Hello and welcome to Learn Animation 101. So what I'm doing here is I designed this door before. I was making a tutorial on the software I was using. It crashed the tutorial. Let me show you the video how it is playing. So I decided to stop it. You can see how the video is doing. You see it has munched everything, squashed everything. The software did not do any good. So what I'm going to do right here, I'll redesign this door now, and I will show you everything step by step, so you can see how this door is rotating. And what I can tell you is that I designed this door and used textures to make it look 3D, and after that I made this layer to be 3D, to be a 3D object. But doing this, going to the 3D options and make it extrude, because extrudes make things to be in a square form, rectangular form. Unless you create anything like furnitures, like speakers, TVs, anything which is flat, which requires a square shape. And lathe, in here you're dealing with things, with circular things, and in here you're dealing with both. It deals with both square and square form, rectangular form, and circular form in the same inflate confession. So let's begin. I'm going to recreate a door now. So I'm going to first create a group and say door, and create a layer and say door, and put it and let it be inside this group, and create a door as any 2D designer does. So create a door, it's 2D door. Let me remove this textures. And what you have to know here is that when you're doing this, you need to switch from this style to advanced style, because what you're gonna need to do here is to load the textures in. Let me show you here what you need. You're gonna have to load textures in this side, this and this side of the door, and this other side of the door. Because if you don't use advanced, you're gonna add effects on this side, and the outline will be just a plain color. So let's get started. Let me reset this orbit and create a door. Door. Let me paint it. Let me load the texture. You have to download textures. There are a lot of websites there, but what I did was to capture textures in movies, because I watch a lot of animation movies. So what I do screen grab movies and get to capture. You can even use VLC to do that. This way, what you can do is to go to video. What you're going to do is to get to video and take a snapshot, and you get to open the picture, load the picture on Paint, and crop the texture and save it, and then use it on Anim. That's how I got all these textures. I didn't download any textures. I got them from movies, 3D movies and other movies. So I'm going to load a texture here for door. I selected it, you can see. And to do this, to control the amount, or the how you want the 3D your material to be like, to rotate it, you have to use this tool here. It's a fill tool, select shape. So it's gonna let you mess around with the shape. And I should have done this first. I should have first make this 3D. So I'm gonna extrude and remove these edges. I don't need edges. So now it looks 3D, and as you can see, just because I didn't add the effects on effect 2, the image text on effects 2, the effects 2 is the other side of the shape. You can see is blue, so to put another texture on that side, you need to load the texture on effect 2. See, I forgot to fill in. You can see now it is there. The door is there. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use to load the metal steel for the door. So I'm going to use this one, shiny lock. Yeah, this is a 3D door. You can see it took much time. So what I'm going to do here is to show you that in order to manipulate this door, because this orbit, what it does is let you see manipulate 3D in a workspace, but not to animate. But to animate, you're gonna have to go to frame 1 in the timeline and use the orbit tool, and these are set origin and this transform layer. This tree will be very useful for you, because they're good in 3D objects, because they got X, Y, Z, which is the form of 3D, which forms 3D and which manipulates 3D. So I'm gonna start with set origin. What set origin does, it lets you select where you want your origin to be. For a door, the origin has to be here so that the door can rotate from here, this point here. You just swing from this point. You can see the doors moving, and this is where the point where the door this controller of the door, the origin of the door. So before we do that, I'm gonna have to go to transform layer, use the orbit in order to view the door well. So I'm gonna use to reduce the width of the door. You can see the door is too much, it has a lot of width. So I'm gonna use this scale. What Z does, it lets you reduce the width of the object. If I'm doing a box, that means I'm gonna do is a lot amount of Z I need. So I'm gonna use for 0.25 for a door, and then we have X and Y. What Y does, lets you increase the height, Z the width. Same applies. Yes, what Z does, it lets you zoom further away and close. And Y, what Y does, it lets you move the position of the object from up and down. And what X does, it lets you move from left to right, sideways. So I'm gonna design. This door is done designing the door. So what I'm gonna do now, I already set origin. To manipulate the door is to, let's say the door is to open this way. Hey, come in, do. Get in. And she closes the door, she enters. So to do that, there's an easier way to do that. You have to use smart bones or blend morphs, but that I'm gonna do that in the next video, because I want this video to be 10 minutes and not longer. So don't forget to subscribe, learn animation 101, and see you in the next video. Bye.